Good morning, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching, back for my 6th Floss Tube video. It's Monday, May 29th, so Memorial Day. I hope everyone's been enjoying a good weekend. The weather has been absolutely gorgeous here. Well, Friday it rained. No? Yeah. Anyway, Saturday it rained a little bit, but the weather was beautiful yesterday. It's gorgeous out there today. I'm hoping to get outside and enjoy some of it. Yesterday we cleaned all day, so gradually getting all the retreat paraphernalia out of the dining room, the kitchen, the living room, the library, the entryway, the laundry room, and I think there was even crap in the bathroom. So I found the kitchen table yesterday. That was a good thing. Hadn't seen that in several months. So good progress was made. I've got to go home after this and sort through the bins, because we did the bin system. You know, we had a bin for upstairs, a bin for downstairs, and a bin that goes to the garage. So we've got to sort through those bins and put everything that's in the bins into their proper places. But great progress was made, so I'm happy with that. But I would like to spend some time outside enjoying the weather today. I want to start with some shout-outs. I want to thank Nell from Little House Crafts, Bendy Stitching Michelle Garrett, and Elizabeth at Running Stitch for keeping me company while I was stretching cross stitch this week. I can't remember if I commented or not commented, but I did watch some videos from the three of them, and they're great. So if you haven't checked them out, please do. And that was, again, Nell from Little Yellow House Crafts, Bendy Stitching Michelle Garrett, and Elizabeth from Running Stitch. Great videos. Enjoyed them. Keep them up. It keeps me, we used to have a TV in the shop when Mary Ann owned the shop, and I didn't think I could probably afford it, so I don't have a TV, and I get bored with the same songs on the radio all the time, so Floss Tube keeps me company, so thank you. I've got my notes over here, so if you see me looking over this way, that's why. I didn't want to forget anything. I want to thank everyone that has left wonderful comments, that subscribed, just has watched. The response has been wonderful, and I appreciate the good thoughts. I had mentioned my mom was sick in the last video, and I appreciate your good thoughts and wishes for her. I think we're maybe making a little progress on she seemed to be stuck in the angry, agitated phase of recuperation with a brain injury, and this week I thought was a little bit better. So at least when I went over there, she greeted me with open arms and a big hug, which is not normally how my mother would greet me, but is better than the snarky, nasty person that's been greeting me, so I'll take it. So thank you for your good thoughts and wishes on her recovery. I apologize for being gone for so long. We've had a few life events in the last couple of weeks that have kept us kind of distracted. The first one being our newest grandchild was born a week ago today. And I'll show you a picture. I need to learn how to do this whole editing thing, but I don't know how, so you get to see a printout. This is my son Adam, and that is our new granddaughter Adeline. She was 4 pounds 7 ounces when she was born and 18 inches long, so she's kind of skin and bones at the moment, but she's doing well. She's home from the hospital, and they're doing quite well. This is her older sister, Emma, who just turned 2. Look at that hair. I just love her hair. But Emma's trying to adjust to being a big sister and trying to figure out if that little teeny tiny creature is a doll or if she's a real baby. I'm hoping that she does not treat Adeline like her doll, because she's known for giving her baby doll a hug and then pitching her halfway across the room. So I'm really hoping she won't do things like that to the baby. But they're all doing well, but that's kind of been keeping us busy with pictures going back and forth and phone calls, and we knew she wasn't due until I don't know, like the third week in June, beginning of the third week in June. So she's a little tiny, but she's doing well. Also, Dan and I worked on a project for a few evenings, so I'm going to show you some photos of that process. This is the fence underneath our deck, and that is Dan the man disassembling the fence. This is a screen door that Abby picked up for me at Junk Stock a year ago. It has been residing in my dining room for a year, and I was done. It needed to go. So, and this is a table, one of several that live in our garage, because Dan likes to go thrifting, and he picks up these little tables and then they sit in the garage. So this isn't the exact one that we used for our project, but it's very, very similar to what we used. So you're probably wondering, well, what the hell is she doing with all that? And I will show you what we did with all of that. We made a new display for the shop. The top that was on this table was pretty roached, so we used the wood from the fence that was underneath our deck and made a new top and a couple shelves. Painted up the table to match the color of this door, added a couple of crystal knobs and back plates, attached it all together, and made a new display for the store, and I am thrilled with it. It turned out exactly like what I had in my head, and it holds a lot more than I had a little round table sitting in that spot before, and this holds a lot more. So there was that. That kind of kept us busy in the evenings. And other than that, and the other thing that kind of distracted us this week was Dan's father had emergency surgery. He's doing well, but he's 80 years old, and emergency abdominal surgery is not ever a good thing. So, but he's doing fine, and hopefully we'll be home next week or so, I think, is what they said. So moving on to let's say whips. How about whips? I have Dan's map. I'm out of the chart, so I can't show the chart, but the map of Hawthorne Hollow, you can look it up if you aren't familiar with it, but I have shown it before, and this is Dan's progress on the hollow. He still hasn't filled this in. I don't know. I think he's doing it now just purely to bother me. But he's doing great. He's coming along fine. And I meant to make this video on Saturday before stitching, and we were busy from the time we got here until 5 o'clock. So it didn't happen. But this has been here at the shop since then, and he is not happy with me because he hasn't been able to stitch. Well, he could have stitched on his other projects, but he didn't want to. He wanted to stitch on this, and since it was here at the shop, he didn't get to stitch. So he'll be glad that I can take that home with me this morning, and he'll be able to stitch this evening. I worked on a couple of different things. I pulled out a very old whip. I don't know, I don't know if there's a copyright. 2013. I bought this and started it in 2013. So it's, what, 4 years old. Corners and Curves from Rosewood Manor. And these are I converted the threads, the colors from cottons to Carrie's silks, and they're kind of a mess because I didn't put them in baggies, but you get the drift. Those are the colors. And before I worked on it this week, so I added this week twice because I had it wrong, so I had to take it out. So I added this twice, and I added the little green leaves and stuff in the crown there. So not great progress, but progress is progress, and it was fun working on it. I kind of don't want to put it back in the bag, but June is coming, and June is my Hawk Run month, so this will go back in the bag. I also did a little work on Fractor flowers, which I've shown you before, and I've got the flower back in completely that I had to rip out. The leaf under it is done, and I've got this green going on over here that's new. So it's coming along. I'm thinking maybe during my Hawk Run month that maybe I can take Sunday evenings and work on something different, just so progress is made on something else during the month. But I'll have to see how far I get, how much stitching time I get during the week. I don't know. I hope it'll work out that way, but I don't know if it will. And I also put a little time in on It's Spring Fever from Blackbird Designs. And this is how far I am on that. I got this basket in, which is really pretty. I love it. Very pretty. But the second one is out, and I'm going to be way behind. So don't expect to see that project done anytime soon. I have these lofty goals of, getting all this stitching done, and it's just not going to happen. It is what it is. I'm the world's slowest stitcher, and life gets in the way. So, let's see. Connie left me one of her whips. So let me show you that. This is, I think she's given this to her granddaughter Juniper. So it's Barbara Anna's Funky Bird. Colors on this are scrumptious. Absolutely scrumptious. Isn't that pretty? I think she just has the alphabet left, and then it's finished. I'm not sure if she's going to make it into a pillow or frame it or what it is, but man, I love the colors on it. It's cute. Then let's see. Roxy left me a finish of hers to show you. She finished the bee cottage. Biggie bee. I kind of muffled that. So, Biggie bee. She's stitching a couple of different bee charts right now, but isn't that cute? Absolutely adorable. And I think she's going to make them into little pillows and put them in a bowl. So that's cute. Cher Emerald City from Satsuma Street, and is having me frame it, and it will be going to the fair. Have you all looked up your fairs and have all the rules and regulations in mind so you can put something in? I hope you have. It's important to our hobby to keep it in the public eye. So Cher did this over one, I believe, on 28 count, and it's opalescent. You can see that beautiful sparkle on there. It's gorgeous. And the mats and stuff that we chose it's going to be beautiful, and I'll hopefully be able to show it to you before she takes it home. But isn't that pretty? So sweet. Good job, Cher. Good job. That is, I believe, the whips. Yeah, that's all the whips I have for today. And the finishes. So let's move on to shop models. I pulled a couple things off the wall to show you. I had a couple people ask about the piece that was behind my head in the last video. There's a big, it's the Three Wise Men from Blackberry Lane Designs. Marie is an artist. She's a true artist. The shading that she gets with her floss choices, it's absolutely stunning. And unless you see it in person, you really can't understand how gorgeous it is. But I stitched this as the little ornament, so 40 count over one using a tent stitch. And there's something like 51 different colors in this chart. And that's how she manages to get that beautiful shading. Excuse me. I forgot to bring my water with me, and I've got a dry throat. But isn't that pretty? This one won me a blue ribbon at the fair. Against everything else. It might have been a purple ribbon, I can't remember. Anyway, it took top billing at the fair. So there it is, as charted on 40 count over one, using the tent stitch. And you can see how tiny it is. I mean, it literally fits in the palm of your hand. Mary Ann, however, did not want to do it over one. And we thought it was a good idea to show people that you don't have to do that on that small a fabric. So she did hers, and there's going to be glare because it's glassed, on 32 count. And I framed it up in a diamond shape. And the glare is terrible, but you can still see how beautiful it is even on 32 count. So if you can't handle 40, do it on 28, do it on 14 or whatever you're comfortable stitching it on. It's still beautiful even if it's larger. So give it a whirl. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. The other shop model I was going to show you, since I have Shop Dog here today, Rags, do you want to come here? Come here. This is my baby Rags. Say hi, Raggy. Say hi. Yeah, this is my baby. Believe it or not, I brushed her before we came to work today. Then she shook, and then you can't tell. She's got some hair on her. She's a rescue dog that I adopted 3 or 4 years ago, I think. She was 3 when I got her. And she is my dog. She adores. Connie says she is in love with me. And she really only wants to be with me. She likes Dan, but if she's sitting on Dan's lap and I sit down, she's in my lap before I'm even seated. But this is my Raggy. So in honor of bringing Raggy to work with me today, I pulled off the shelf. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Ubu. Turkey sausage. Paulette Stewart. Turkey sausage. And you know how Yvonne always tricks out her dough bowl. I don't have a dough bowl. Well, I have a little one, but I don't have a big enough one for what I wanted to do with this. So I tricked out a little suitcase from Hobby Lobby. It's got, you know, the fall greenery in it. It's got the dachshund. I have a candle. I'm gonna try and bend it this way a little more. There's some little just gems, pumpkin shaped and leaf shaped gems tossed in there. A little bit of burlap. And this is just, I don't know if I can get it off backwards, but this piece is just magnet. So, and there's a magnet in the lid. So it will come off. And I can change this for the seasons. So when I get winter weenies done and it's winter time, I will change it out to match winter weenies and just put this one on an easel so people can still see it. The same with spring rolls. I'll do it when I get it done. I'll change it for the seasons, but I thought it turned. I saw it started. The idea started with this stupid dog statue that I saw at Hobby Lobby, and I think you can still get it there if you're interested. But I saw this, and it immediately made me think of turkey sausage, and so I bought it, and then I was trying to figure out what to do with it after I finished the stitching on it. And so I did what I usually do when I finish something and I'm looking for an idea. I wandered the aisles at Hobby Lobby for hours and hours and came across this suitcase and thought, well, you know, I bet it would fit in there. Figured out I could use the magnet so I can change it out. And went from there. Bought a candle, some fall greenery, some rustic burlap, and it was ready to go. I think I still want to put a little chenille edging around the stitching. I just haven't gotten to it, and it looks fine without it, so if I never get to it, it'll be fine, but if I do, so much the better. So I'm working on winter weenies. Okay, I'm going to be honest here. I lost the threads because I didn't label them. So I'm halfway through it and I'm not sure I have the right threads with it. So I'm afraid to start it back up and not have it match up. I'm going to just have to bite the bullet and hope that I found the right threads. And lesson learned, I'm labeling my threads from now on. Learn from my mistake, please. Next, how about we move on to some new things in the shop. There hasn't been a ton of new things that I have ordered. One of them, though, that I did order is the Dreaming of Mums. I thought that was really pretty. Really, really pretty. And I pulled the colors for it so you could see what the colors look like. because they're gorgeous. I don't know if I can hold them all up though. Anyway, look at those colors. Look at those colors. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. That's going to be a pretty piece for whoever stitches that. Won't be me because I'm working on the other Rosewood Manor. I can't add anything else into my. I can't remember whose video it was I was watching, but they were talking about having taken part in Stitch Mania. And after Stitch Mania, she had, I think it was something like 20 whips, which led me to going and counting the whips that I could find. And I stopped at 40 whips. That's just, oh my God. What am I thinking? So I'd like to say, no, I'm not going to start anything else, but I would be lying. I probably will. But I'm trying not to do it for right now. For this week. For today. For this hour of today, anyway. I don't know. I may go home and start something new. You just don't know. Anyway, let's move on to, and this may be one I start. Sampler House 1 from Plum Street is so pretty. I've got the fabric called for, which is American Chestnut, 36 count. I've pulled the threads. Isn't that pretty? I just love that color. I think it's beautiful. But I got to looking at the colors on that fabric and thought, well, I wonder what else it would look good on, just for shits and giggles. So I pulled a couple of other fabrics that I thought it would look good on. This is picture this plus Highland, which is green, yellow. It's got a little bit of a blue tone to it. I thought that would be pretty. And then Tundra from Lakeside Linens. Again, I thought it would be pretty on there if you wanted a different look from the beige. Not that there's anything wrong with beige. I like beige. Just options. I'm just giving some options if you wanted something different. I really like the colors in this. So it may go home with me. I shouldn't. I know I should not. Her other sampler house, which I think is Sampler House 2. Entirely different colors. Still very cute. I pulled the floss for that. So that's what the colors for that look like. Sorry, I don't have very large hands, so it's hard to get them all held up right so you can see the different colors. And I think it calls for Old Town Blend, which I'm currently out of stock on. So I just pulled the Stars Hollow Blend, which it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So there's the colors up against the fabric. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. And I saw on Instagram, I think, someone's already got it done. Obviously, they have more time than I do to stitch. It just chaps my behind a little bit. But I knew when I bought the shop that stitching time would be limited, so I have only myself to blame. Also, Paulette did the Mariner's Drum. I've had to order this in twice now, so obviously lots of people are liking this one. It calls for 36 count Patriots Brew, which looks like a grayish color in here, and I don't have it. It's a new color apparently. So I called Paulette and I asked her what would be comparable to Patriots Brew, and she said Lakeside Linen's Vintage Exemplar, light exemplar. So obviously this is not a true colored picture. It's more of a beige color, but you could put it on, you know, a watery blue, a gray, if you wanted to change it out a little bit. That's very cute and selling very well. Country Cottage has the second one in the Main Street series, which is the bookstore. It's got that sunny yellow house on it. I guess it's not a house, it's a bookstore. So it's a sunny yellow bookstore. It's very cute. Little House Needleworks has House Rule, which says house rule, count twice, stitch once. I need to learn that rule because I've been doing a lot of ripping out lately. Apparently I can't count. I thought I could, but based on my performance in the last few days, I can't. And Paulette's last one that I've got is Hello Summer. And it's confession time again, because I did kit this one up and I took it home. And it calls for that flag and the watermelon and the flowers are supposed to be Classic Colorworks used brick. I just got in a new order of used brick, and it's rust. It's brown. It's not, I don't know if you can tell. It's not flag color. And I'm having trouble using this. Not so much, I guess, the flag. The flag, I suppose it wouldn't bother me as much. But my watermelon, that is not a watermelon. That is not a watermelon I would eat. So I tried stitching it. And I got to the flowers, and I couldn't do it. So then I tried a different color, like a little more red, and I didn't care for that either. So I have it stitched to about this point, and I don't like it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I did find a watermelon color that I liked a little better, but I don't like it with the, there's, in this flower here, there's sanguine, it's a week's color. And I don't like the color that I used on the watermelon with that. It makes it look muddy. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I put it to the side, and I'll think about it in July when I'm not working on Hawk Run Hollow. And that covers pretty much everything I was going to cover today. Like I said, there hasn't been a whole lot that's come in new. There's some new things coming out that I'll be ordering. You probably have all heard Brenda Gervais is going to be doing a mystery. It's not a sampler. It's, from what I understand, it's little pieces. I think it's 4 parts Looked cute in the little snippet she shared, so I'll be ordering that. And yeah, a couple other things I saw on Hoffman's this week that I thought I would order, but it's been a little bit slow on the new designs that I think the people that buy from me anyway are interested in. And I think with that I will call it good and go home, finish cleaning the main floor, and go out and enjoy some nice weather. I think I'm going to marinate a pork roast and have Dan grill it out on the grill. And maybe stitch a little. That would be fun. So I hope all of you are having a good time this weekend, and have a great week. I did want to say that I'm planning I'm over 1,000 subscribers, which, wow. I didn't think that would happen so quickly. So I am planning a giveaway. I've got something in the works with Paulette from Plum Street. So I will probably be announcing that this week, end of this week maybe. I've got to check in with her and see how her timeline is coming along. So watch for that, because I'll do a separate video on that. And have some more family news that I'll share the next time, because I kind of got to keep it on the down low for right now. And other than that, that's all I know. My friend Sherry's coming into town from Pennsylvania this week, so I'll get to see her, which is awesome, because she was just here for the retreat. And oh, I want to congratulate farm girl Michelle and her friend Joan. They are hosting their own retreat in October, and last I checked, they had one opening left. I was really kind of hoping that I could go, but it's a week after our retreat, and finding someone to watch the shop would be difficult 2 weeks in a row. I mean, Dan can only do it so much. He can only take so much time off of his regular job. So I decided I would have to skip it. But for all of you who are going, I hope you have a fabulous time. It sounds like a great time is going to be had by all. And I wish Michelle and Joan all the best. It's a stressful thing to do, which is kind of why I was hoping to go to one that I wasn't in charge of, so I could actually, sit back and enjoy the whole thing, and not have to worry so much about, is everybody happy, and are the rooms satisfactory, is the food good, So I hope that they have a wonderful time, a wonderful retreat, and I can't wait to hear about it and hopefully see it. So I'm hoping they'll video their retreat too. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye. See you next time, and keep those needles singing.